everyone, welcome to Coats and Jackets, and today I'm doing Wizarding World Book Club. Now I know you're asking yourselves, where's Kimberly? Our work schedules have changed, which means it's a little harder for us to get together to meet, but we are still planning to go forward with everything for Wizarding World Book Club, and we've been keeping up. In the meantime, I thought I would give you a little bonus video. This is a puzzle based on the first book, Philosopher's Stone. This was a really weird thing I found by chance. I was at the thrift store and noticed it. It was originally something somebody had tried to sell for $4.99, which in and of itself is like, holy cow, that's an amazing price. And then after getting donated to the thrift store, it ended up being $1.99. I am so excited to get into it and see like what kind of shape it's in and if all the pieces are there. There's supposed to be a little finder thing for looking for clues. So apparently it's a mystery puzzle. So the little decoder will, show you different things in the image, and from that you have to solve a secondary puzzle. So again, I have no idea if all the puzzle pieces are here. I do know, because I've opened it, that the little finder thing is missing, so that's unfortunate. I thought while putting together this puzzle, it might be really nice to talk about some of the artwork from the series, specifically related with the book. This puzzle is very much a book-inspired illustration. You can tell from the way the characters are designed and the way things are stylized. It came out in 2000, which is the same time roughly that the new Harry Potter movie had first come out, Philosopher's Stone. Now this is an American branded puzzle, so you'll notice it says Sorcerer's Stone instead of Philosopher's Stone. I don't know who the illustrator for this is. I've tried really hard to figure it out, and I can't find any information on who actually illustrated it. This puzzle was made in the USA by Mattel. The creators for these series of puzzles, because there were a number of puzzles done in this same style, is Ron Dubrin and David Berter, but I'm not really sure if either of those people were the illustrator for this. What I really like is that it matches the tone and style of the UK editions of some of the Harry Potter covers. The artwork of this really reminds me of Jim Kay, who's done the newest series of illustrated books. This is the illustrated version by Jim Kay. This picture of Vernon rowing in particular really puts me in mind style-wise of that puzzle. He's done some very beautiful illustrations. This one as well seems to match up with that type of styling. As much as depictions of Neville, Harry, and Hermione tend to change, Ron tends to be a constant. As we go through the different covers, you'll notice that Ron is almost always depicted as a taller, more slender figure. It's the same with the puzzle version of him as well. These covers were available in the UK and Australia and later Canada as well. They're the ones I grew up with. The first one was illustrated by Thomas Taylor, and this was the only cover he did, or any illustration that he'd done for Harry Potter. I'm going to have a link in the description down below to a blog post he made about being the illustrator for this first famous cover. It's a pretty great read. Cliff Wright was the illustrator for the Chamber of Secrets and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
He's done a really good job here of making the characters look very young still, very childlike. We see Hermione with her trademark curly hair, and this is one of the few depictions of Ron where he doesn't look a lot taller and more slender just yet. He still looks very much like he's very young. Giles Greenfield did the Goblet of Fire, and again it looks very similar in style to the previous illustrator. It does look slightly more realistic, a little more grown up, and you can see Harry looks older as well. Jason Cockcroft did the last 3 books, and I have to say right here where he has the phoenix and the way it's illustrated, it's so similar in style to the dragon in the previous cover, you almost wouldn't say it was a different illustrator. He starts to blend these together very seamlessly and then breaks away more in style with the final 2 books. The Half-Blood Prince and the Deathly Hallows both show much more realistic imagery and much older children. In fact, they're starting to look like the young adults that by the end of the series they've turned into. It's the same illustrator, so obviously Harry looks very much the same on both covers. We've kept the same look of Hermione with her curly hair, and we've seen that Ron has become that taller, slender figure. There's really something to be said for this series as a whole, and how it ages very appropriately both in content, inside and out, with the reader. You guys, it had all the pieces. I'm so excited. It is so satisfying to put together a puzzle with all of the pieces there. This took me much longer to do than I thought it would, simply because there were so many of these like wide brush strokes once you started putting it together, and a lot of the pieces looked so much the same. It's definitely one of the harder puzzles I've done, despite having done like 1,500 odd piece puzzles where they're super tiny. I mean, this was only a 300 piece one. Maybe one of these days I'll get something with a decoder in it and we can figure out what the images were. I hope you enjoyed this first bonus video, and we have lots more planned to come involving both of us. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.